And we are choosing to air part of the video so that people can understand how random this attack was and how it just could have been anyone on that light rail. The suspect, DeCarlos Brown, is already on the light rail when the victim, Irina Zarutska, gets on Friday, August 22nd, right around 10 p.m. Brown sits behind her for about 4.5 minutes. He doesn't seem to look in her direction at all, doesn't even seem to notice she's there.
Her name is Irina Zarutska. She's 23-year-old. She's Ukrainian, a refugee coming all the way, escaping Russia, wants to live in safe USA to chill out a little. But what she did not know, it was a city soft on crime, blue city style, and there was a very angry man behind her.
Until suddenly, out of nowhere, he pulls out a knife. Zarutska has no idea what's coming. The suspect quickly stabs her 3 times and then just walks off as if nothing happened, leaving her to die. So sad. And Brown changes clothes and runs off the light rail at the very next stop.
What is catching my attention right now is the fact that not only did he do something wild, people noticed drops on the floor. They were jumping over the drops as if, what the heck is that liquid on the floor? Other people on the phone didn't even react. Or maybe they did it on purpose because they thought they might put themselves in danger. I have no idea. But he can just switch his clothes and walk away.
Now Brown is in jail, charged with murder, and he's being held without bond. Since that deadly stabbing 2 weeks ago, city leaders have called for extra security on the light rail. And we wanted to know how riders are feeling and whether security officers are becoming more high profile. Light rail riders have mixed opinions on whether they've noticed more security on the light rail since the stabbing.
Maybe you need more mental health clinic for people that might have committed many crimes before, like 14 gangster crimes, and also because he's homeless, you don't have space, let's just push him out there just to keep him safe because, I don't know, maybe the prisons are overcrowded.
When it happened, of course, I was very disturbed, and I was like, I don't know if I still want to take the light rail.
I have not noticed a change in security, either an increase or, in fact, I've seen more absent.
I have noticed like an increase in security, but only at specific times, like more so during the morning when I'm commuting to work.
I find it very interesting there's more cops in the morning.
We rode the light rail Friday around noon, starting at the east-west station near where the stabbing happened, and went round trip for about 20 stops. We did not see a single security officer.
I do think they need to step up some more measures. I don't know what that looks like.
Charlotte Area Transit says they are 35 officers short-staffed right now and working to hire the full 219 they have allotted through their contract with a private security firm.
So in other words, just like the usual blue cities, you defunded the police. So the mayor, V. Lilis, the video of the heartbreaking attack that took Irina Zarutska life is now public. I want to thank our media partners and community members who have chosen not to repost or share the footage out of respect for Irina's family. This was a senseless and tragic loss. My prayers remain with her loved ones as they continue to grieve through an unimaginable time, which you could have prevented if I have to be honest. But you want to focus on, we're not sharing the video, so actually I care a lot more than you think. But we need to think about the person that did that. They need mental health, the same mental health that kicked them out. Yeah, sure, kiss my ass if I have to be honest. Like so many of you, I'm heartbroken. I've been thinking hard about what safety really looks like in our city. I remain committed to doing all we can to protect our residents and ensure Charlotte is a place where everyone feels safe. I don't think asylum seekers that might have seen this video would feel safe, especially with this response. And then Colin responded, you sound more angry towards the people sharing the footage than you are toward the violent talk that unalived Irina. And then Matt was tweeted this out. It's fitting that these two stories are going viral at the same time. They are very much related. The reason the guy on the right was out on the street is because our criminal justice system is run by and tailored to the sensitivities of women like the one on the left. And you're gonna be like, what did the woman on the left do? I wrote the above post before I even knew that the mayor of the town where the stabbing happened, who is now defending the killer and calling for compassion, is literally the black version of the woman at the baseball game. In other words, somebody's like me, I know better than you. We need to have compassion for the person that we try to help but we let them go. I even asked ChatGPT, would you say that this man was out on the street because the current criminal justice system is very sensitive to the point that it doesn't even arrest people that might be a danger to others? And he was like, yeah, that's a tough question, but the answer is yes. The criminal justice and mental health system is repeatedly failed to keep him off the street despite many red flags.
Does that worry you with your security, knowing that really you haven't seen any changes since the stabbing?
Very much so.
Tell me more about that.
It makes me hesitant to take the light rail at certain times, so I know that my friends and I have pretty firm ideas on when we will and won't take it.
So today I asked CATS officials why we didn't see any security officers, and they tell me CAT security is spread out across the transit system and they are not stationed at every light rail train station or on board every bus. Alicia?
I personally, whenever I board public transport, I prefer not to have somebody that looks homeless, tired, and crying behind me because I don't feel safe. But a white girl might say this.
So I know that my friends and I have pretty firm ideas on when we will and won't take it.
But she would be called racist for being afraid for her lives when somebody has committed 14 times a specific crime. There are document cases that he has mental health issues and they might have reduced his sentence because they're afraid that the jail might be overcrowded.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush, hash, purple, skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, jam, durloqueta, verdeta, welcome.